So in case anyone was wondering, deer do in fact love soybeans. It almost looks like someone went out here with a mower really tall and just mowed the top of these things, but that's in fact deer. And they eat all the leaves right off of these. So they have just hammered this little field. And it's like probably about 6 acres or so. And virtually every plant has some extent of deer damage. Just look out and you can just tell based on the color. And granted, it is also dry. I mean, we are basically in a drought. And it's 94 degrees today, so you can see the leaves are kind of starting to, well, they already have, most of them have kind of turned up, so it makes it look even worse. But if you look at these things, just right down, which is good for hunting. If anyone ever wants to do soybeans for a food plot, a great idea. But it's just unbelievable this year how hard they've hit these. And on top of it, I think part of the problem is with how dry it's been. It's been tough for these to kind of recuperate from getting all the foliage eaten off of them, like maybe on a normal year as far as precipitation goes. But it's definitely going to be dry and probably not going to be a great harvest. But there's definitely pods on them. But with how short these things are, I mean, that's maybe knee high. I mean, they're definitely short to me, it seems. So we'll see how it's going to go picking. And it's pretty rough out here, so I doubt we'll be able to get the header as low as we want to get it. So I'm sure the deer will get some left over, but I guess we'll see. It'd be nice to at least make back what we paid for seed and fertilizer on this, but even that might be a stretch. So just thought it was pretty crazy. And honestly, even maybe a week ago, they didn't even look this bad. We'd gotten a couple rains, which seemed to kind of make them bounce back a little bit, but man, it's been dry again, and it just seems like the beans have said we've had enough. So we'll definitely see. It's going to be an interesting harvest. So just kind of very, very unfavorable conditions this year for growing. And it's not just ours. I mean, a lot of the neighbors' fields look pretty rough. A lot of the corn is very short and uneven, and I'm sure there's going to be quite a bit of a lower yield there as well too. But just looking throughout here, it's pretty terrible. And even looking down that way too, it's no better. So just in case anyone's curious if deer truly do love soybeans, I can tell you they surely do. So again, I guess we'll see what happens in another month or so.